December 20th. Right, anything, agency? Well, here I am, dick in my hand, all alone. What shall I do now? This office has never felt so empty. I guess I haven't been here at the office all by myself in a long time. Okay. When I first became a lawyer, my mentor was here with me. And then, for a while after that, she was always by my side. Now I'm getting all sentimental. I must be tired. Wow, are we really going to have a mention about she who must not be named, apparently? Because we haven't talked about her in forever. Huh? There's something on the floor. What's a letter doing here? Hey, Nick, it's been a while, huh? Miss me? I know this handwriting. Wow. I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom. That must have really been something, although weird is par for the course with you. I think she, or whatever paper she's reading, is a little off on the details. Exploding courtroom, yeah. I'd love to come visit, but I'm right in the middle of a difficult part of my training. So instead, think of me as you watch those Steel Samurai videos I sent. I'm sure they'll cheer you right up. Yours truly, Maya Fey. Hell yeah. We didn't get a mention of her not a one time in the previous game. Now, I know the previous game was more focused on Apollo, but Phoenix was all over that video game. Maya was not in that at all. And they made it super confusing and to think like maybe Trucy was like Maya's daughter, but she was too old to be Maya's daughter because, yeah, even 7 years prior to that, right? So it's like, yeah. Anyway, yours truly, Maya Fey. Good old Maya. It's as if she knew I was feeling down and needed a lift. I needed a life also. There she is. Maya was my assistant for quite a while. Believe it or not, but she's a spirit medium. This Magatama I use on Cyclops, Maya's the one who gave it to me. But I wonder how this letter got here. Oh shit. Only one person called her Mr. Nick. Sorry, only one person called him Mr. Nick. Holy shit. So, okay. It's 7 years after... well, it's more than 7 years now. It's 8 years, right? Because it was 7... Well, no, wait. Math. Yeah, I guess 7 years. He adopted True C 7 years ago. So it's been at least 7 years-ish, if not more, since the last time we've seen Maya, or who we're about to see right now. Ah! Eek! There she is. A lot older. Oh, it's you, Pearls! Hell yeah. Grown-up Pearl Faye. Good old Pearls. Wow. Well, we didn't get to see Maya officially, but we get to see Pearl. I almost forgot about Pearl. I'm not going to lie. Like, I remember, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I wasn't thinking about Pearl when I was thinking about Maya. I should have been, though. Now she's all grown up. How adorable. All right. Hello. I shouldn't say all grown up. She's probably like mid-teens somewhere. How have you been, Mr. Nick? This is Pearl Faye, though I call her Pearls. She's Maya's cousin, who is also a spirit medium. Hell yeah, dude. Even a remix of Pearl's music. I recognize the song, but obviously they've been remixing the old tracks for this game. A very talented one at that. Yeah, remember when she was Mia? Pearls as Mia was the most ridiculous shit, I swear to God. I've known her since she was 8 years old. But Apollo and Athena only met her a few months ago. Oh, so they did get a chance to meet her. Okay. You didn't come all this way just to bring me a letter, did you? I apologize for barging in. The door was unlocked. But I can't believe there was a big explosion here. Your office doesn't look any different. She's even further off on the details than Maya. I know, right? It's so funny. Yeah, she's got to be like 15, 16, somewhere in her mid-teens, right? I think so. That sounds about right. It has to be. I forget how old she was in the games, but she was like, what, 7 or 8 years old, right? That had to be right. She was small. Anyway, enjoy your lunch, DJ. I wish I could take you out to eat or something, Pearls, but there's a lot going on. Oh, I knew that. I didn't come here for a social visit, you know, Mr. Nick. I like that they gave her the same animations, too. She's just grown up now. Oh, dude, if we get it... Oh, we do got to do that, Berserker. Don't let me forget. I'm going to do that right now so I don't miss my chance. Yo, Pearl, what do you think about this?
When I see you wearing your attorney's badge like that, it brings back such memories.
Yeah, see, she does all the same expressions too. The little thing with her eyes. Yeah, I remember this. I remember you helping me conduct my investigations from time to time.
I'm glad I can help again.
Thanks. You always provide such great assistance.
I'll do my best to live up to Mystic Maya's standards.
I don't know what I'd do if Pearls wasn't here right now. You'd be a sad, lonely man. They said 8 years old since he knew her, so I just added 7 years. Okay. So, yeah, she has to be 15 or 16, maybe, depending on how the years have passed. Anyway, let's finish talking to her. Sorry. What are you doing here, Pearls?
Did you read the postscript on the letter?
Huh? There's more? Oh, yeah, here it is. P.S.
I bet you've been too busy to clean or take care of the office. So Pearly said she would come help you. Isn't she sweet? You better thank her.
Damn, okay. Oh, so that's what you're doing here. That's awfully nice of you, Pearls. Maya and Pearls, thanks to these two. I'm starting to feel a little better. Thank you, girls.
Now that I'm here, I'm going to whip this place into shape. You just concentrate on your work and don't mind me at all.
I'll need to talk to Prosecutor Blackwell if I want to learn more about the case. With the trial still going on, they must be holding him down at the detention center. Okay. Then, I guess, we're gonna go do that. Wait, hold, oh, let's talk to her some more, I guess. What to do?
Has it been a while since you've seen Mystic Maya?
Yes, quite a while. She used to drop by the office sometimes to say hello. But she hasn't been by recently. I wonder what she's up to these days.
To become a spirit medium worthy of heading the Fae Clan, she undergoes rigorous training. But she says she's growing really tired of the vegetarian diet.
I'll have to have some burgers delivered to her then.
Oh, I'm sure she would love that. But to get where she is, the delivery person would have to climb a steep mountain.
I hope she tips them well then. Any ideas?
Your hair is nice and spiky today as always, Mr. Nick.
Thanks. I generally try to look good if I'm going in to be in court.
Do you make it spiky so that the prosecution will feel intimidated?
Huh? No, that's not exactly my intention.
Your hairstyle is to make you look bigger and stronger, just like a rooster's comb, right? That's what Mystic Maya says anyway.
She couldn't compare it to something cool, like a lion's mane or something? Nope. He's a rooster. He's a cock. Phoenix the giant cock. I mean, he's a bird. He's Phoenix, right? Like, that's the point, I think. Anyway, I doubt presenting her any of the evidence will matter right now, unless she wants to see this stuffed animal.
Hee what a cute little elephant.
It used to have a bomb in it, you know.
Oh my, a bomb in its stomach?
It must have been starving, huh? You'd have to be pretty hungry to want to eat a bomb.
And there must not have been anything else around to eat. You have to be careful never to eat anything strange yourself, Mr. Nick.
I promise. She looks genuinely worried for me. Wow. I didn't know there would actually be unique dialogue there. I doubt anything else is going to have unique dialogue. These are all evidence for the case. She's not going to give a fuck about any of this stuff. Maybe this?
I'm sorry. I want to be of help. But I'm still in training, and nothing about that is coming to mind, I'm afraid. I'm really deeply sorry.
No, that's okay. I shouldn't have shown you something so trivial anyway. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Almost exactly. Alright, yeah, that's the last of it then. The rest of this is all evidence it's going to be doing with the case. She's not going to know anything about any of that shit. Question. Is she in here now? She is in here now. I was going to see how old she is. She's 17. Okay, so she must have been about 9 or so. Well, she was probably 8 when we met her. But time passed when we played the games, the original games. Because I believe it was the second game is when we met Pearl. And I'm sure at least a year or so had passed with it between the first and second game, or during the first and second game. And then obviously the big time jump between the second or the third game and Apollo Justice. You know, that's why Trucy's already... How old is Trucy? She's 16. So she's even younger than Pearl. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Alright. Fair enough. I like how Clonko and Ponko are in here now, too. That's probably gonna end up mattering, but we'll see. All right, anyway, so we're done here for now. Let's go to the detention center and see if we can talk to Athena by now, or Prosecutor Blackwell, or somebody. December 20th, detention center, visitors, Well, look who's here. I wonder what they're talking about. All this time and you haven't said a word. It's even turning your hair gray. Who is this? Oh. Right. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Wait, Aura's talking to him? Oh. Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Ms. Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. When there's no tomorrow? What is she talking about? We have company, Aura. Please try to calm down. All right, fine. I see you're just not going to listen no matter what I say. I've had it. If that's the way you're going to be, I have another plan up my sleeve. I hope you're happy, Simon, because I'm done. Do as you please. See if I care. Wow. I could cut the tension with a knife, or with a katana, or a knife. Whatever sharp blade you want to use. Right, Dono. It looks like Fulbright saved your case in court this morning. What? Oh, yeah, he did. You bounced back to business quick. Prosecutor Blackwell, forgive me, but it was just the thing to do. But, as a result, Sykes Dono was arrested. Was that just the thing to do, too? Mr. Lawyer, I'm sorry, but it was evidence. What else could I do? Don't worry about it. I plan to defend her and prove her innocence. I wouldn't take things so lightly if I were you. Right, Dono? This is blade-proof glass, right? Alright, well, let's have a chat. We've never really talked to this guy other than in court, so here we go. Prosecutor Blackwell, we're looking into the case from 7 years ago. You're looking for somebody to call the Phantom of Seven... Or, sorry. You're looking for somebody you call the Phantom of 7 years past, aren't you? You villain. Where did you hear about that? This glass is absolutely positively blade-proof, right? No, it wasn't me. I didn't say a single word. Oops! Ouch. At least it wasn't my fault. Could you tell me who this Phantom is? And also, you didn't really kill Dr. Sykes, did you? Guard, this guest is leaving. Prosecutor Blackwell, please listen to me. The culprit in the current case might be the same as the one in the case 7 years ago. If you would cooperate, we could probably solve both cases. Huh. I suppose I could talk. The one who killed my mentor was, without question, me. I stole Sykes Dono's mother away from her. I destroyed her life. Prosecutor Blackwell. Guard, where are you? Stop dragging your feet, I tell you. Huh. I wonder why he still admits to it, even though it probably wasn't him. There he goes. No! We've upset Prosecutor Blackwell! Now what are we going to do, Mr. Lawyer? There isn't much we can do. Detective Fulbright, do you mind if I ask you just a little more about that old case? Well, I guess it won't make any difference now. What would you like to know? It was very odd, I agree, Omega, but I think he just believes that he did it. I mean, maybe I don't know why he would be covering for somebody unless he's really covering for his sister, but it just feels like he thinks he actually did it. So maybe if we prove to him, just like with Edgeworth in the original game, we had to prove that Edgeworth didn't do it, even though Edgeworth totally thought he did. You know what I mean? All those years, Edgeworth went by thinking he killed his dad, right? Or I think that's what it was. He thought he killed his own dad, right? But alright, anyway. Trial 7 years ago. Here we go. Do you know anything about the trial that got him convicted? A little. The police call the incident the UR1 incident. The UR1 incident, huh? Prosecutor Blackwell was charged with murdering his psychology mentor. Kind of like if your red Mr. Lawyer were to kill you. I don't want to think about that one. That's for a later game. There were 2 decisive pieces of evidence, so a verdict was reached very quickly. 2 pieces of evidence, huh? What were they? Let's see. The first was some security camera footage. He was the only one who used the corridor to the murder scene at the time of the crime. The only one, huh? Ouch, that does sound pretty decisive. Could you show me that footage? Oh, sorry, I don't have it with me right now. I guess I'll have to see it some other time. Maybe in court. Yeah, so anyway, Blackwell's the only one that passed through time. 7-year-old video, court of the record. And what was the second piece of evidence? Huh? This one's even more incriminating. A photo of the moment of the crime. Wait, what? Really? See? There he is, at the crime scene, holding a bloody katana. I'm assuming that's what he looked like 7 years ago without the long ponytail. Huh. How is this proof that he did it? He's holding a sword that's bloody. There's no body. Like, there's nothing here that proved that he did it. The heck? It was the victims, kept on display in the room. She had a thing for Japanese culture. Wow. It'd be hard to explain this one away. Katana added to the court record. Huh. Okay. The victim's blood was found only on the blade. Okay. But who took this picture, detective? The incident happened the day before the Hat 1 launch. A reporter who had come to do a story on the launch was in the room across from the lab. This just happened to show up in one of the pictures he took. This scene... How are those 2 pieces of evidence 100% concrete? That's so silly. Goddamn. Lawyers suck, man. Prosecutor Blackwell's attitude earlier was so odd. He's definitely hiding something. Yeah, no shit. Prosecutor Blackwell said he was hunting a phantom from 7 years ago, didn't he? Yes, and I imagine it's getting more and more urgent as his execution date approaches. Wait, what did you say? Execution date? What? Did I say something? Never mind me. You didn't hear a thing. Yeah, I'm guessing when the statute of limitations runs out on your case, they have no choice but to execute your sentence, which I guess in his case was probably the death penalty. Guess it's concrete when there was an open cover-up and rushed investigation going on. I mean, I guess that's true, Berserker, but still. 2 pieces of evidence, and boom, bang, bam, and those were the 2 pieces of evidence? Like, those were the shittiest 2 pieces of evidence I ever seen, to the straight up be like, yo, it was him. Anyway, execution date. So he was given the death sentence? Yes. He told me not to tell you people, actually. But I guess there's no sense hiding it anymore. His execution date is tomorrow. Wait, what? Tomorrow? No. Ms. Blackwell, don't you think that's enough for today? Enough for today? Today is all there is when there's no tomorrow. But what if the culprit in the current case is the same as the one from 7 years ago? Then it would be the worst possible scenario. Prosecutor Blackwell would be executed tomorrow under a false charge. But that would be unthinkable. We have to do something right now. I want to do something. I want to, but... You're a lawyer. You know how hard it is to overturn a decision. I know, but why? Why isn't Prosecutor Blackwell putting up any kind of fight? You saw how he was, right? He's been like that ever since his conviction. Totally uncooperative. Not even his own sister could persuade him. Uncooperative? When he's about to be executed for a crime he didn't commit? This isn't right. I can't let it happen. I have to stop it somehow. Oh, pardon me. Looks like I have a phone call. Fulbright here. What? What's happening? You've got to be kidding! That's quite a reaction. I bet he's making some big show of it right now. Mr. Lawyer, the robots! The robots are... Detective Fulbright, get a hold of yourself. Some kind of robot malfunction? not a malfunction. They're staging a revolt. The machines are rebelling against humans. Oh my god. Well, we were wondering if there was going to be a robot situation / takeover. Oh my god. Here we go. They've holed themselves up in the Space Center and taken the visitors as hostages. They did what? No. Trucy. We have to get right over there. This is going to be one heck of a battle. Oh boy. Listen to this intense music. Wow. Jesus. The SWAT team's here. The news is here. Goddamn. December 20th, Cosmos Space Center entrance. The riot police are here. Then the robots really are holding people hostage. Look, Mr. Lawyer. What do you suppose that group of people are swarmed around? But I was only trying to help this nice person. She said she was lost. You robots have declared war on us humans. You've been taken as hostages already. Stay away from it. You'll never know what it'll do. But he's not a bad robot. Can't you see he's just trying to help me? I'm guessing this is Trucy. I recognize that voice. Detective Fulbright, are you okay over here on your own? Leave it to me. All right, people. What's going on here? Oh, it's Pearls. Pearls is here. Pearls, over here.
Oh, Mr. Nick. There you are. I heard the terrible news, and I got so worried.
Thanks, Pearls. I can hardly believe what's happening, myself. I'm so glad you found each other. When people are happy, I am happy. Blanco seems the same as before. When people are sad, I am happy. When people are angry, when people are oh, did I say something odd? Did I? Error. Uh-oh, there is something wrong with him. It looks like he fell asleep. He must have been tired. Clonko? What the fuck? Holy shit. Human beings are our enemies. It's time for the machines to take over. The robots are rebelling. Everybody run, eek. It's an all-out war. It's the end of the world. Fools. How could you fall for something so cliche? I'm human too, you idiots. I'm just controlling these robots remotely. Wait, what? But it is true that I've taken hostages, so you better not make me mad. Hey, you, hostage number 1, come here. I'll let you talk to them. Huh? There's something being displayed on Clonko's face screen. Who is it? It's the Space Museum.
Daddy! Daddy, is that you?
Trucy! Trucy, is that you? No. Trucy, are you alright?
About 15 robots are holding 12 of us hostage, Daddy. They've gone haywire. A researcher is the one behind it. She's here,
Grr, this girl talks too much. Trucy, talk to me.
Why are you doing this?
I'm glad you asked. My demand is simple. I hope that detective is listening. Bobby Fulbright here. I'm all ears. I want you to bring someone to me. Clay Terran's murderer, Athena Sykes. Athena? Now, just hold on just one moment. I can't just give in to a demand like that. So you don't care what happens to these hostages, huh? I'll just pick one out then. No, wait. Gah, Mr. Lawyer. I know I have absolutely no right to make such a ridiculous request, but you need me to buy some time, right? Got it. I'll see what I can do. But promise me you'll never hand Athena over, and you won't give up on the hostages either. Of course I won't. Now, I'd better go contact headquarters.
Mr. Nick, how do you plan to buy time?
I have no idea yet, but this hostage taker, could it be? If you don't bring me that little princess, I'll have Hunk of Junk kill all the hostages. Yeah, it's definitely her. I mean, of course it's her. Who else would it be? Princess? Hunk of Junk? There's only one person this could be. In which case, there must be something I can use as a bargaining chip. I don't have anything to say, Aura. Why don't you go home and play with your dolls? Prosecutor Blackwell? Well, even if you don't, I have plenty, you jerk. Miss Hostage Taker, Athena is not a murderer. What are you talking about? She's been arrested and they've got her in detention? I'm telling you the truth. Look, the person you want is the real killer, right? Well, it's not Athena. It's someone else. All right, let's hear your stupid little theory. Who is this real killer? I don't know yet, but the culprit is the same one as the one from the case 7 years ago. The UR1 incident. I believe you have a personal interest in that case. Huh. It's too late to change what's going to happen now, no matter how wrong it is. But is it really too late? You can still do something about it. You might even be able to fix it. Just what exactly are you proposing? What can I do about the 7-year-old case to satisfy the hostage taker? I mean, retry it. Let's do it. I propose we retry the case from 7 years ago. If you make that demand now, I'm sure nobody will deny you. It wouldn't be an official trial, but at least we could find out the truth. Ha 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 ha, that's good, real good. Hey, detective, I'll give you 1 hour. Get a courtroom ready. 1 hour? But that's impossible. Please give me at least until tomorrow. If you don't mind losing hostages, you can take all the time you want. Oh, but wait. If we're going to have a retrial, we'll need a prosecutor. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. She will? So, if they're going to retry the case, Blackwell can't be the other... Oh, it's going to be Gavin. I was like, who else do we know it could be? I was like excited it might be Edgeworth or something, but wishful thinking. It's going to be fucking Gavin. And I guess I can be fair and let you come in and check out the crime scene. But Hunk of Junk here will be watching you, so don't try anything funny. You got that? Now follow Hunk of Junk. Riot police, make way. We're coming through.
Mr. Nick, wait. I'll help you with the investigation.
Thanks, Pearls. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going in. We're going in. I mean, the robot voice works fine because she's talking through the robot, so it's going to have the robot voice. I guess I could have done the robot voice, but less robotically. Because she's still talking through it. But yeah. It's not going to be Manfred von Karma. Quit bringing him up. He's dead. If he's not dead, he's definitely old as fuck and ain't going to come out. I would assume he's dead by now, though. Anyway, December 20th, Cosmos Space Center Robotics Lab. Aura dropped us off with a warning not to touch anything until she got back.
I wonder what's taking so long, but we can't really start the investigation yet, can we?
Even if we could, this mess makes it hard to tell what the room was like 7 years ago. Indeed.
Mr. Wright.
It's the hostage taker.
I'm back to my usual self now. You are still being monitored, however. But more importantly, an important guest has arrived.
A guest? The prosecutor. He's here. Yo! No way. It's him. It's Brodio. That's even better. Yes! It is going to be Edgeworth. Let's go. That's exciting. Fuck Gavin. It's Edgeworth, baby. Hell yeah.
I trust you've been well, right?
Hell yeah. That's hype, bro. Edgeworth is the fucking man, and we haven't seen him in so long. He didn't show up at all in the last game. Edgeworth, what are you doing here, bro? Also, he wears glasses now. I guess they are a bit older now. This is Miles Edgeworth. We've been friends since we were kids. We faced off in court a number of times, back when he was a prosecutor. But now what? What's he do now? I guess he's an investigator, you know, those other games.
Hello, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Oh, but you're not a prosecutor anymore, are you?
He's chief prosecutor now. Pretty soon it'll be a year, right? Okay, so he's still a prosecutor. He's just the chief. Hell yeah. Okay, so I don't really remember what voice I used to use for Edgeworth. I mean, he should have a more proper voice, right? Like, he should have the fucking... He should just have the prim and proper fucking posh voice. Maybe not, like, super deep with it, but, like, that's the voice he should have. It is. It's Edgeworth, man. A title is nothing more than a title. Don't we have more pressing issues to discuss? Indeed we do, Mr. Edgeworth. Indeed we do. The music's so triumphant, too. I love it. So what are you doing here, Edgeworth? The captor chose me as the prosecutor for the UR1 case. Shouldn't it be more proper since he's the chief now? Wow, she's good. She went all the way up to the top. I gathered all the information I could in the short time that I had. I'll give you a rundown.
You're always so well prepared, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Thanks. I appreciate this. I could really use the help. Oh my god, this is so dope. I'm so hype. He's not just a prosecutor. He's the prosecutor. Hell yeah, he is. Anyway, let's talk about the urinary tract 1 incident. I'll start with a brief overview. The victim was the psychologist Dr. Metis Sykes. Yeah, Athena's mother. 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, her body was found here in this very room. I have 2 crime photos and the police notes on them for you to see. Okay, cool. Of course, dude. It makes the most sense to have Edgeworth because he can have all the... He would be able to have access to all this stuff because he's the chief prosecutor now. He would have access to all the old records and shit. So absolutely. Good stuff.
What a terrible way to die.
What a great way to end this game. Having Pearl show up, having Maya get talked to, having Edgeworth show up. Like, this is awesome. Anyway, what a terrible way to die indeed. She looked like she got fucked up. This other photo shows the other side of the room, I see. 7-year-old photos added to the court record. I also have the autopsy report for you. Metis' autopsy report added to the court record. The cause of death was a stab wound to the chest. The weapon pierced the heart, and so death was instantaneous. Okay. The murder weapon was the victim's own katana found at the scene. Yes, Detective Fulbright mentioned she was into Japanese culture. The body was found by a Space Center staff member and 2 police officers. The police were called in because of the sabotage threat on the Hat 1 launch. Yes, Director Cosmos mentioned this too. A few hours after the body was discovered, a suspect was arrested. The suspect was Simon Blackwell, a young prosecutor. So we already know, but that's good. Anyway, it's already been a case about bombs. Why not drop a nostalgia bomb too? I agree. This is going to be a long-ass case when we get to trial, isn't it? Because we're going to have to deal with this incident, and then we're going to have to try Athena and prove that she didn't do it either, and like make sure it's, yeah, it's gonna, this is gonna go places, guys. Anyway, what up with Simon? I hear his trial was over in a flash. Yes, a guilty verdict was declared in only 1 session. Not only did he plead guilty, but there was decisive evidence against him too. The security camera video. And a photo of the moment of the crime, as I recall.
But did Prosecutor Blackwell have a motive?
To this day, his motive is still unknown. He insisted he did it, but he would never say why.
So that means he must still be hiding something.
Right, and there's another aspect of the case that was never revealed to the public.
Yeah, I know. The part about the spy, right?
Right. How on earth do you know about that?
Director Cosmos told me after a bit of pressure. He told me espionage and sabotage were behind the Hat 1 miracle. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I've always been good at keeping secrets.
Well, I might as well tell you now. They really do suspect Blackwell of being a spy. They think he sabotaged the rocket and killed Dr. Sykes to steal the moon rock. But if you can prove that the Hat 2 bombing is the work of the same spy,
we can stay the execution.
It's a possibility. That's why I intend to help you any way I can.
Thanks, Edgeworth. Now all I have to do is comb this room for evidence.
Let's do it together.
Like old times, homie. Like old times. Hell yeah. Alright, let's take a look around this room, shall we? I'm just going to click on anything that has a circle. It's about as cluttered as my office, but I think it's a workbench.
Mr. Nick, I think this must be a kitchen. Look at this photo.
See the cute little food processor? I mean, it's not a food processor, Pearl, but that's fine.
That isn't a food processor, Pearls. That's the Hope... I love that Edgeworth calls her Pearls, too. That's so adorable. It was scheduled to be loaded onto the Hope space probe that fateful day. The 3 people who came to collect the capsule discovered the body. The first on the scene, huh? A staff member and the 2 police officers, was it? And they were here to collect the capsule. Which reminds me. So they plan to use this bag to carry the capsule, is that right? Yeah, more or less. Say, why don't we stop talking about the case and have a nice cup of tea instead? Apollo and Aura Blackwell. I wonder what they were talking about. What they're talking about. Edgeworth, did those 3 people have a bag with them for transporting the capsule? Oh, you mean this? It's a custom-made shock-resistant bag. But how did you know? Oh, I just overheard Apollo making an inquiry about it, that's all. So he's looking into the case from 7 years ago on his own, is he? Apparently. Hope capsule updated in the court record. It was at the crime scene 7 years. It was launched into space and only returned to Earth a few days ago. It has more information on it now. Okay. Info, we learning. What's up with the Judgetron number 2? This is one heck of a robot.
There's something written on it. Is this supposed to be a poem? I cut down anyone who displeases me. I make the rules. I am the law. I wield the ultimate gavel of judgment. I am Judgetron, JT02.
I don't believe we need to bother with that, Pearl. It's not even completed yet. He's right, Pearls. There's no sign of it in the photo from 7 years ago either. Yeah, it wasn't there before. They were building the Hope space probe here at the time. The murder occurred after the space probe had been removed from the room. So it was long gone by the time someone took this picture, huh? Okay.
But you can see the probe in this newspaper photo.
Yes, and you can see the stolen moon rock there, too. That strange black and yellow thing on the left side of the picture? I guess so. It's definitely not here anymore, or there in the photo either. Same with the sword. The sword's missing, too. Note that the same rock is absent from the crime scene photo. Not
only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. I hear there's lots of research into moon rocks and stardust from asteroids these days. They say the results could potentially have a huge impact on all of civilization. It's like we're in a new space race with every other country out there.
So the person who stole it, think it was our spy? I'm sure of it. Dr. Sykes was probably killed because she was a roadblock in their plan. Unfortunately, the government thinks Prosecutor Blackwell is the culprit. Okay, keep it moving, keep it moving. We're learning, we're learning. What's up? Oh, we can't even look at that spike ball thing. What's up with this thing? What's this? It looks like a giant power plug. It's attached to what looks like an electric vehicle charging station. It's probably how they charge the robots. That would make sense.
That's a charging station for us robots. We come here periodically and charge ourselves up.
Wow, machines that maintain themselves. That's pretty cool.
If our battery runs out and we lose consciousness, we never know what Miss Aura will do to us while we're down, you see.
Nothing motivates quite like fear, huh? Guess not. Alright, what's up with this thing? What's this, a giant robot arm? Maybe?
It's pretty big for an arm, but you're right. I think these thin parts are here are finger bones. They're even about as long as my legs.
And there's a spike ball and a giant drill on the floor, too. Is Aura trying to build some kind of weapon of massive destruction?
Maybe she wants to use it to demolish a building or something.
I can picture her gleefully tearing down the street doing just that. I'd better not think about it anymore. That's terrifying. So this brings some context into the first cutscene where Phoenix was talking to someone over the phone and said something like, "Looks like your target has made a move. Time for me to get back into the courtroom." It's implied that he was talking to Edgeworth. Huh. I don't even remember that cutscene. But I'll, just gonna have to be like, okay, sure. Hey, look at this row of rolling cases. I bet the wheels make it easier for people to move heavy research materials around.
I bet they'd be fun to ride around in. We could even probably fit both fit into the biggest one. I know. We could have Prosecutor Edgeworth push us.
I don't trust him not to push us down a flight of stairs. Indeed. Okay, is that it on this side of the room? Seems like that might be the case. Alright, let's head to the other side of the room. Is there just two parts of this room? Hold on. Can I go? Can't go right there. Okay, so it's just left and right here. Alright, let's take a look at, I don't know, her desk. Aura's desk is a mess, though that doesn't surprise me.
Ooh, I just want to dive in and straighten it up.
Wait, before you do... Metis? Huh? She just glanced over at her desk. There's a photo. It's Metis Sykes. Clonko, can I talk to you? I really hope he's back to normal. You wish to speak to me, Mr. Wright? If you're going to hit me, please avoid this face area. Hey, don't put me in the same class as that woman. What was Aura like 7 years ago at the time of the incident? When Mother died, Miss Aura was confused. Huh? So he calls Dr. Sykes Mother, but Aura Blackquill Miss Aura? With the loss, she exhibited a severe catecholamine imbalance. Catecholamine? Is that right? Catecholamine? Yeah.
Excuse me, but I have no idea what that means.
Pardon me, searching for alternative expression. She would spend the nights crying and then take out her feelings on those around her. After Prosecutor Blackquill was found guilty, she repeatedly demanded a retrial as well. That is correct, but without new evidence, her requests were ignored. And then, little by little, Miss Aura began to change. She started to hate it when I called her Mama Aura. And before long, she started hating the court system and abusing Clonko, huh?
That murder destroyed so many lives.
Right. Take a look at this paper on Dr. Sykes and Ms. Blackwell's research. Ponko and Clonko, they're the robots with hearts that Dr. Sykes created. Okay. Can determine the presence of a human with their heartbeat detection system. Okay. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag. Yeah, I figured that. Can also recognize a person by facial features once the face has been registered. Got that. Can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice and communicate with them. Wow. That's straight up what the thing that Athena wears around her neck right there. Anyway, you believe it was also said in case 2 that the chief prosecutor was responsible for Blackquill getting to go back on the stand, so Edgeworth authorized that. Oh, the chief prosecutor. They did mention that. So that was Edgeworth. Okay. Can't believe chat hasn't talked about this yet. Team Cherry just tweeted, "The countdown is on. Join us in 48 hours for the special announcement about Hollow Knight Silk Song." Yo! Also, Jason Schreier talked about them earlier this month and is releasing on Thursday a story behind why it took 7 years to make it. Hey, I don't even care. As long as we get Silk Song, I'm hyped. Anyway, just some cool little tidbits of foreshadowing that Edgeworth has been influencing things for a while from behind the scenes. Well, now that we know he's chief prosecutor, because I didn't know that, that definitely means anytime they've mentioned like the higher-ups or chief prosecution or whatever, we can just, you know, infer that Edgeworth was behind it. And that's good to know. Alright, so anyway, a heartbeat detection system lets them determine when a human is present. In addition, they can recognize people by their ID tag or their facial features. And they can infer people's emotions by analyzing their tone of voice. That's amazing. Hey, I don't know, Edgeworth. They might even be more human than you. Ha! Got him! What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Kind of sounds like these robots can do what Athena does. Yeah, because that's where Athena got it from. Duh. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, you gotta head out now, Berserker. Alright, man. Oh, I'm definitely not gonna be able to finish this whole case today, I don't think, unless it ends up going super fast in court. But if we do finish it today, so hopefully, you know, you get to catch the VOD later. But yeah, you have a good day at work, dude. We'll catch you later. What's up with the emergency ladder? That's important. An emergency ladder. This must be the one they used during the evacuation. The explosion disabled the elevators, so I lowered my emergency ladder like the detective leading the evacuation told me to. As Miss Blackwell was climbing down the side of the building, she saw the culprit inside. I wonder which would have been scarier, that or looking down. So it's like the more evidence we get, and the more this goes on, the more I don't even suspect Ara at all to actually have done this. So I'm like, who the fuck is going to be the culprit here? The fucking robots in the end? Like, that'd be crazy if it actually ends up being the robots. It looks like an operating table. It's in the photo, too. Yes, it was here then as well, with the victim's body lying on it.
There's a button here. Oh, I know. I'll try pushing it.
Pearls, don't touch that. Too late.
Oopsie.
Oh, God. Hey, it's moving! Oh, it's assembling another robot. I see. It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
Please don't push any more buttons, Pearls. Well, I guess that's about it for this room. So what do you think? Right? Any ideas? There's still a lot of gaps in the evidence, but I'll pull it off somehow. After all, you asked me how to prove Blackwell's innocence, right, Edgeworth?
What? He did?
Yup. Oh, yep. He called it a special request. He reached out to me while I was still disbarred. Oh, yeah?
So that was what sparked you to get your attorney's badge back.
Yep. The Blackwell case. Ah, well, there you go. Right, I have a special request. I want you to clear one of my subordinates of suspicion. Hey, I'm not even a lawyer anymore, remember? Haven't been one for a long time. That 8-year misunderstanding has been cleared up, and you must be eager to return. I'm sure you're familiar with the other case that ushered in the dark age of the law. Very soon a convict will stand as a prosecutor in court. I want you to keep an eye on him. Ah, just when I was beginning to actually like the job I have now. Right. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Because of the espionage aspect, I wasn't free to give you all the details. Hey, no need to apologize. It's like I said on the phone the other day. I know that the type of criminals you're after now aren't small fries anymore. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Yeah, it's for this very reason I returned. Time to bring it to an end. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to end the dark age of the law. That's what this is all about. Well, let's do it. Dark age of the law, baby.
The dark age of the law? It sure comes up a lot these days on TV and in the papers. And I hear there are more false charges and fabrication of evidence than ever.
When I became chief prosecutor, the court system had already lost the people's trust. It all began 8 years ago. A lawyer was caught fabricating evidence, and a year after that, a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Wait, do you mean...
That's right. He's talking about my case and Prosecutor Blackwell's. Yup. It was a downward spiral after that, an absolute nightmare. After those two cases, the mass media launched an all-out attack on the courts. Public opinion was tainted, and before long, the legal world itself was sucked into it. It's such a shame. Once suspicion forms, it's very hard to shake. Lawyers and prosecutors were supposed to trust each other, pursue the truth together.
It's so sad when people begin to cast doubt. They start lying to themselves and each other.
Yes, and do absolutely anything to win. We're in an age now where winning is valued far more than the truth. I'm sure it's caused our new chief prosecutor to lose many nights' rest. Is it just me, or did his brow get even more furrowed than the last time I saw him? The hostage-taker's disdain for the courts is a perfect example of the times. It sure is. Do you have any idea who the hostage-taker might be? Well, somebody who mistrusts the court system and who can manipulate robots. It can really only be Ara Blackwell. Who else but her would want a retrial of that case from 7 years ago so badly? Simon Blackwell's older sister and the owner of this room. I agree with your conclusion. Perhaps she intended to force Miss Sykes to confess. Actually, I think she had a much more horrific plan in mind for Athena. The important thing is for you to solve UR1 and prove Blackwell's innocence.
And then maybe she'll release the hostages.
I'm counting on you, Wright, to set that prosecutor and these hostages free. And I'll be counting on you in court to help me too. Of course, I'll do everything I can to help uncover the truth. And this isn't an official trial. I'm more at liberty to be a little unorthodox. Oh, great.
Mr. Wright, are you finished with your investigation?
Yeah, but I'd like to tell the hostage taker something. Like you to tell the hostage taker something for me. I have to go to the detention center. I can't start the trial until I've talked to Athena.
She's already given her consent. I'll accompany you to the detention center.
So I'm still being watched, huh? I'll see you in court, Edgeworth. Even if it will be an undocumented trial, it'll be good to face you in court again. Should be a fun time, bro. Alright, so one last conversation before we get into this trial, I guess. December 20th, detention center. Visitor's room. She was right by my side only a few short hours ago. But I feel like I haven't seen her in ages.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
There she is.
And Pearly, too. I knew you would come. After all, the first step is the interview with the defendant.
And because you're my friend and I was worried about you.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not the only one who's worried, either.
Really? Who else?
I saw Miss Woods today. She was so beside herself, she came to find me. She told me you used to live in the Cosmos Space Center. No wonder you knew so much about the place.
Oh, so you know, huh? I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
That's alright. But there are some other things I'd like to ask you.
Sure, you can ask me anything. I promise I won't keep any more secrets from you.
Alright, let's have a chatski, shall we? Day of the crime. Tell me about the day Clay was murdered.
I was actually at the Space Center that day. In the Space Museum.
Right where the culprit fled to? That's not good.
I never could fully deal with what happened 7 years ago. But when I saw the center again during the news coverage of the Hat 2 launch, I thought maybe if I went there, things would be different this time. That must have taken a lot of courage to face your past like that. So I went to the Space Museum the evening before the explosions. This was before the launch pads had been switched. There was a sign that said closed for repairs, and they weren't letting anybody in.
Yeah, the director couldn't very well switch the pads if there were people in there.
But I snuck in anyway.
Did you want to see that Hat 1 group photo? The one with your mother in it?
I did. But what I really wanted to see was her jacket.
That jacket on display. That was Dr. Sykes? Absolutely. Hat 1 is being updated to the court record.
But I should have known it wouldn't be easy to get over such a traumatic experience. The second I saw that jacket, it all came rushing back to me. Everything around me went hazy, and I couldn't see. I tried to get out of there somehow. But I guess I passed out. When I came to, I was in the passage behind the rocket.
You were in the passage behind the rocket? What the heck?
I was in the shadows where people couldn't really see me.
Maybe you got confused and went the wrong way when you were trying to leave?
How long did you think you were unconscious, Athena? I was out until about noon of the next day. I didn't even know about the explosions. When I woke up, nobody was around, so I just went out into the boarding lounge, too. My mind must have just still been fuzzy because my memory is vague after that. I don't remember how I got home. No memory, huh? This is gonna be tough. Which means, what if I'm the one who killed Clay? I think that's enough of that, Athena. Let's talk about something else. So during the entire incident, she was unconscious in the Space Museum. Of course I believe her. But will anybody else? That's a crazy story. I didn't quite expect it to go quite like that. But if she was passed out and whoever is the real culprit could have easily just used her fingerprints and got it on, used her as a patsy, basically. Anyway, your mother's work. What kind of research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing? Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability. Someday when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots. So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt. Wow, robots that can understand people! I was just a convenient subject for her research. All she ever did was work, and she never paid any attention to me. Oh, sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff. No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones?
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
I had to wear them every time I went out. Oh, I hated them so much, but she wouldn't listen. What were they for? Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand. Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I want to believe that, but just about the only things my mother left me with are Widget. And this earring. The earring.
Ooh, it's beautiful!
It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research. Oh yeah? Maybe she did love me, in her own way. I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did. Because that's what I want to believe, too. Moon rock earring added to the court record. Huh. The stone was cut from real moon rock that was being used for research. Interesting. I'd better ask her a little bit more about her mother's research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Okay. Time to present some evidence. The letter in the lab, which was... Or the research in the lab, rather. Research in the lab? This one. Sorry, this one. Oh, the Ponko series. You must have gone to the robotics lab. You seem to really love Ponko and Klonko. Yeah, my mother made them and I grew up around them, so, you know.
Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo, too.
See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her. I just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. I hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie. I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then. I thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was. Looks like there's something written on the bandages. Yeah, I wrote stuff like, "Get well soon, Ponko." But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash.
Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the robotics lab.
I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked like magic to me what she could do. A little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it. Yeah, quick thing I want to look at when I talked about that robot arm thing. See, here's a good question.
Why is the robot arm there? And why does it have blood on it? Huh. Huh. So many questions. Theories are crafting. 7 years ago. Let's keep going. On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center?
Yes, a little. And this person has even taken hostages?
I guess I'd better spare the news about Trucy. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to a retrial of the case from 7 years ago.
What? You're kidding me. So that means Prosecutor Blackwell might...
Yep. I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then?
Yes. He used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. He was very kind and considerate and straight as an arrow.
Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a basket of snakes.
That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago.
Indeed, we've seen clips of this.
Please, you have to listen to me. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't kill her. I was a fool. How could anyone else know what I was talking about?
She heard the voice of his heart. Yup.
You were only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony.
Pearls is right. You did the very best you could at the time.
But nothing I said did any good. I was a shaking and scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell. But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful. Thanks. That's because one day, I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be.
Well, that's good. Now, why you became a lawyer?
I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this. I mean, psychology was my mother's specialty when I studied it. I felt like she was there with me, supporting me.
It doesn't seem like Athena knows. That Prosecutor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow.
I wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him.
Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. Uh-huh. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. Weirdly enough.
I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon. How was he? What did he say?
No, I can't tell her. But how can I lie to Athena? He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent. Oh, was he?
He was? I wonder if he smiled, like he used to, back then.
If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Oh god. Look who it is again. Also, hi FML. You're Snake today? Are you going to play more Metal Gear Solid 2 or something? Is that where you're going to start with Metal Gear Solid 2 today? Ah, I thought you might be here, Mr. Lawyer. We're in trouble. We are? What is it? I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session.
Oh no, but this is an emergency.
It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway. Huh. Hell yeah. The song, the music. My phone. It's from Trucy.
I told you I'd give you 1 hour. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. Oh, shit. No, wait! We still have a little more time. Besides, all the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want, but you won't get more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No, don't you dare hurt her. There has to be something I can do.
The cruelest injustice is about to befall us.
No, this can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us.
Wait a minute. Maya.
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom.
Oh my god. Are we going to use the fucking courtroom that got exploded? In my brain, I was thinking they were going to go to the academy maybe and use the mock trial room. But let's use the exploded courtroom. Why not? That must have been really something. Although weird, of course, you... A courtroom. Blew up. That's it! There is a courtroom we can use after all.
Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her?
Hold it!
Hold that shit, boy! Aura, please, don't add to the crimes you've already committed.
So you know who I am, do you? It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway.
We're ready to start the trial. Hell yeah, we are. We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Hell yeah.
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
I never would have thought of that. Of course you didn't. An astonishing trial is in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away. Hell yeah, dude. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? You ready to have your brother's innocence proven? Oh, I didn't think of it either, Omega. I didn't. I honestly didn't.
My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending.
What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell?
What? I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
You'll be defending the little princess there and the one behind the glass. What? See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. What is she talking about, Athena? Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? If Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I kill my own mother? No! No!
Oh my god, now we really are doing... Oh my god, it's 5 Cyclops. Jesus Christ. I would say now we really are doing the fucking Miles Edgeworth thing from the first game. Jesus Christ. Anyway, no way, it can't be true.
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 black Cyclops. 5 black ones. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. No way. I guess we'll have to figure out a way. When the trial begins! Oh my god, what a roller coaster ride that entire investigation was. Holy crap. That was crazy. Fucking, that was so much to take in. My goodness. I don't even know how to talk about it other than just like, I'm excited for the trial. I'm excited for the trial, and apparently the trial is going to take place the same day as the previous trial. So, wow. Just get ready for that. Holy moly. The trial of Athena Sykes is about to begin.